I need to post a follow-up video. I've never received such a negative response to a video I posted on YouTube, and I feel like I need to explain myself a little bit more. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do. I'm simply advocating for harm reduction. I'm trying to reason with folks. I don't like the Democratic Party. I think the whole corporate duopoly is bad for the people of this country. They represent the interests of the very wealthy and corporations, not the interests of average Americans. And I hate the whole damn system. I think ultimately it's clear to me now that Bernie Sanders made a mistake by running for the Democratic nomination. I don't think there was ever a chance that he would win the nomination of the Democratic Party for president. I think after 2016, Bernie should have started to organize a third party. I really do. Because he showed this year he reliably got about 30%. Even without a massive turnout among young people, he still had about 30% of the voting bloc nationally. And I think that's enough for a credible third party run that were he given the national stage in a general election as the leader of a third party, would have had a good chance to beat both of the corporate parties, Republicans and Democrats. That said, that's not where we are right now. Bernie always said he would eventually endorse the Democratic nominee for president. Why? Not because he likes the Democratic Party, but because Trump is a uniquely dangerous president, and we cannot allow him to have 4 more years in office. Now, ultimately, I would like to see the current federal government dissolve and for power to be redistributed more locally, because any future ecological civilization is going to require a more participatory form of democracy where we don't send representatives thousands of miles away to be surrounded by corporate lobbyists as if they're going to keep our interests in mind when they make laws. We need to hold politicians accountable, and for that we need more localized forms of power. That said, currently we still have a very powerful federal government. Even if Trump has really destroyed the office of the presidency itself and dismantled as many of the executive branch agencies as he can, there's still a lot of power housed in the federal government. And I just think that letting Mitch McConnell and the Trump-enabling Republicans have 4 more years to wreak havoc is a very bad idea, and will make it that much more difficult for us to bring about the transformational changes that are necessary. I think we need to stop looking at the president and our vote for president as though we're swearing religious allegiance to a messiah. That's not what this is about. It's about harm reduction. Do you want Trump to be able to nominate 2 more Supreme Court justices, to appoint 2 more Supreme Court justices in the next 4 years? Do you want Trump to just be able to, deport millions of young immigrants who were brought here by their parents? Do you want Trump to be able to continue to decimate the EPA and other federal agencies that, while they're not perfect, they're at least, again, this is about harm reduction, right? We need to find a way to, I would say, sustainably retreat from American imperialism, from global capitalism. But we can't do that with this high-speed demolition derby that Trump has us playing. It's just too risky, and vulnerable people are going to die and are dying. So, whether it's Biden or whoever the DNC ends up nominating, I just think we need to vote against Trump. Maybe that's a better way to put it, because it's going to be so much more difficult for us to do the work to transform this country if Trump remains in office. That's it. That's my 2 cents. Yeah.